Hey, what's going on YouTube? It looks like we are live. I just got a weird error from OBS, but yo, we are live. What's up, everybody? How's it going? So welcome to my practice stream, everybody. If you're new, hello, my name is John. I am an enthusiast classical guitarist. I'm a software engineer turned YouTuber, turned mathematician, turned something or other turned classical guitarist, and I'm excited to share my practice sessions with you today. All right, so I just set this up. I want to start sharing my old method of practice journaling that I still really love, and in some ways I kind of miss. So I want to try to incorporate a bit more of these other methods and other ideas and other ways to practice, and hopefully spark a discussion a bit. I think I went from liking sore hands to liking your streams more. Hell yeah, dude. What's up for the classical guitarist? Do you mind expanding on why, bro? Because sore hands is like a little repetitive. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's found something that really works. Like, if I found something that works, I would probably just keep hitting that button again and again and again. I mean, it's just a different approach. I watched two videos and I feel I could predict what he will say. Yeah, no comment, no opinion. All right, so let's do a practice concert. I've been thinking about doing these for a while. The idea here is it's a little more low key. I used to run like a semi-formal, button-down shirt, monthly practice recital every month in the past. These days, I'm like a little more interested in trying to blend the format of what I normally do. Speaking of, I'm trying every single stream, I'm trying something different here, y'all. And today, I'd like to really talk about my old method of practice journaling that I still really love and I kind of miss in some ways, dude. So I'll explain what these symbols mean. But I used to do these on index cards. And I find it works really well for tracking time, but erasing dates. Like, it's prioritizing balance between different pieces. So you can tell visually by the mass, like the volume of these squares and lines. I'm trying to figure out how I want to use colors. Colors are just kind of arbitrary, like just to have something visually, stimulating on YouTube. But right now, they mean different categories. That's how I'm trying to use them now. So I'm coming to admit that Regandi is romantic music. Like, what do you think, FTCG? Is Regandi romantic or classical? I'm accepting that Regandi is romantic and Carcassi is also romantic. So I don't play any fucking classical. Dude, I don't like classical guitar. Like, I don't like Soar and stuff. I've been watching for 3 minutes. Congratulations, bro. Congratulations. I've been streaming for 3 minutes. So boxes, squares, filled in squares is more time than triangles. Triangles is more time than lines, and lines are more time than dots. So, take that for what you will. And then my definition of how much time is each different symbol is always evolving. Generally I'm thinking an hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes. So today, let's get back to the topic, and I'm bouncing all over the place in a sense. Today, we're going to try a yapping concert. So it's a regular daily practice stream. I'm still here chilling, hanging out with you all primarily. But today I'm focused on performing and running through all of my music. Just yesterday, we did an Odyssey stream, and for the first time ever, I got through the whole dang thing. So I can still, I mean, the ending is still kind of rough right now on Odyssey, if I'm going to be totally honest with you all. But it is, I can get through the whole thing now. I learned the last bits. I got to work on the harmonics at the end. So in true software engineering, agile workflow style, dude, ship early and often. Just like the moment that you can play a song, start playing that song for people. It's a very different approach than the standard gatekeeper conservatory academic approach. And, I'm allowed to do that because I'm a hobbyist. Okay, let's let's frickin' get into it, y'all. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just clickbaity that I can be like, dude, I hate Soar. I hate Soar. I actually do. Like, I know that that's kind of a hot take. I've never enjoyed anything from Soar, like a single piece, other than the Mozart variations. The Mozart variations I do like, but everything else has just done nothing for me, dude. Nothing at all. So in 2026, I want to culture myself and I want to understand why other people love it so much. Offense taken. Yeah, dude, when you played that study in B minor, I was just like vomiting, dude. I was just like, dude, this is so gross. I hate it. Thank you. I hate it. Just joking, dude. What's up, Rusty Shackleford? How are you, bro? No, I'm thinking in 2026, I want to learn something from Soar. I want to learn something from Giuliani. Hopefully not just studies, too. I want to learn, like, real pieces and add in some actual classical into my repertoire. So, colors right now, I'm playing with how do I want to use colors, but right now they mean the different genres. Early music, being Renaissance and Baroque, romantic music, and modern music. Like, I know that, dude, like, Heitor Villa-Lobos is completely different, right, than Andrew York. Like, those are, like, just totally different styles. But, broadly speaking, early music, classical, romantic, and modern. There's very little Soar that gives me the fizz. Yeah, it's just so boring. It's all just the same thing again and again and again, dude. It's just so boring. I wouldn't go as far as to call it, like, brain rot, but it's just, like, classical music just doesn't do anything for me. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't do anything for me at all. It's just, I don't know, it's just, like, I come from enjoying, like, 21st century experimental indie rock music. Like, dude, I was just always seeking out the most experimental stuff ever. And classical just feels so paint inside the boxes, like formulaic. It sounds like pop music to me, dude. Like, okay, I'm going on a rant. Anyways, feel free to cancel me if you want to. Let's frickin' shuffle a deck of cards 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just joking, I properly shuffled it earlier. Number 6. Let's do number 6 first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's go right into Villa-Lobos Etude 1, y'all. Let's do this. Oh, I need to change my tuning for this one. I will catch up and respond to these comments right after this sloppy Villa-Lobos Etude 1. Yo. See? I can't just, like, jump right into this piece yet, and, like, that's okay. It's not the intent anyways, in the real, actual concert that matters. Let's try this again. terrible in a lot of ways, but really good in other ways. The only notes that I've played so far today were running through Odyssey once. So, like, jumping right into, like, a level 9 etude, like, as the second thing that I play today. I haven't even played a scale yet. Terrible idea. I don't recommend anybody follows my lead, you know? I do not recommend, like, do as I say, not as I do. To all my students out there. Where the frick did I put my Apple Pencil? Where did it go? I wanna show you all the genius method that I found. I want everybody to take some of these ideas and try them for yourselves, you know? Try them for yourselves. And, dude, it makes me freaking honored if anybody out there wants to try and pick up any of these ideas that I'm, you know, independently coming up with. Because I'm a fucking hobbyist, dude. So just imagine what I could do for you for your tech company or for your school. You know, if anybody wants a math teacher or a math tutor, bro, like something that I actually care about. All right, so like I'm proud of where I've gotten to, you know, for this thing as a hobby. I think I'm objectively better than some pros out there, dude. Like, I'm not the one who said that. Some other people have said that. And that makes me, like, it makes me very happy. I bet that there's some YouTubers out there that I might be better than. Hey, what's up, Gideon? How's it going? So that was bad, and I'm just trying to make myself feel better, but, what's up, everybody? Welcome to my radio show. Yo, I didn't tell you I had a dream I met Sorhands. Why are people dreaming about him, man? That's funny. You had a dream you met Sorhands in public, and I was sad because he was kind of boring in person. But when I tried to talk to him about classical guitar, he didn't want to talk about that either. You said he want to talk about that either. So I'm guessing that you're saying he didn't want to talk about that. I mean, it's like one of the things I love about his show, if I'm going to be honest with you. Like, he's kind of a variety content creator. Like, he makes variety content. He's like, this is not my idea. Like, I think he takes direct inspiration. And a lot of people have made this comment in his, comment section that, like, he's like the Penguin Zero. The moist critical, the Penguin Zero of classical guitar. And, like, we need that, dude. We need that kind of stuff, I think. Like, I love that he's, out here trying to... Here it is. I checked here before. I love that he's out here trying to, like, popularize to some degree, but, like, more important... I mean, certainly he's trying to become very popular, right? But he's trying to make classical music less stuffy, like, less freaking buttoned down, like, less, like... serious. Like, I that's something I really like about his channel. So I still watch some of his, like, actual classical guitar videos, but not all of them. All right, where are we? So, I just want to, brilliant idea here. Just put a dot right there. Each little square is a day. Each square is a day, and then the mass in the squares is the amount of time. So, a dot is like 5 minutes. I played it. That's it. Let's do it. Let's get a bunch of dots today. This is a cool way, I think, to keep balance. Yeah, he's the moist critical of guitar, and, dude, we need moist criticals in this world, That's not me. Dude, that's not me at all. I'm never going to have 60,000 subscribers, on the edge of 100 or whatever. So like what he's doing and what I'm doing are similar, but like totally different as well. Do you think that ending was inspired by Asturias? For me, on HBO Etude 1, I don't hear it at all personally, but that's interesting. That's an interesting comparison. I really like it. Do you want to expand on that, Rusty? Are you thinking like the harmonics? What is it? I'm missing a couple notes there, but we need that. And he, to his credit, he is reinventing himself somewhat. Like, I don't know if, have you seen his like competition log video? I've always said this. Like, I've always been like, dude, like, you can go back and see my comment. I was like, dude, I'm excited for the competition hands story arc. Like, someday we're gonna get a competition hands story arc. He said that he might make this a thing. Like anytime he does a competition, he makes like a little 40-minute movie out of it. All right, number 10. Either I could go mod 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could go mod 8, but then there's bias. So, all right, 10, queen, king, 8. Let's do Ondacy. Hell yeah. What does Chris think of Sora Hands, actually? I could talk about that privately sometime. Sometimes it feels like this channel is like a little like gossip chit-chat spot, and you know, I don't want to go too far in that. Let's stay focused on the classical guitar here. Let's stay focused on the classical guitar. I got him to watch Mr. Beast before. I wouldn't be proud of that. What did he think about Mr. Beast? Dude, I don't think I've seen a single Mr. Beast video. I love the gossip. I'm here for it. Yeah. Okay, fair. Duly noted. Like, it doesn't matter what I want. It matters what you all want. You know, I'm here to entertain you all to a large degree. So if you all want gossip and yapping, I'm here for that. Today is a yapping concert. We're trying it. First time ever. All right. So, right now we got my Apple. I need a new Apple Pencil. We got Ondacy right now. Let's do this. I need to go back to drop D. Yo, this practice run right now is actually kind of testing the waters for me right now. Of like, I was thinking like, hey, I kind of like the idea of just randomizing my program during the actual concert, which by the way, it's coming up quick, dude. It's coming up quick as F. April 16th. I'm freaking out about it. I don't think I'm gonna get it done because I'm like on the verge of throwing away this guitar. Get back to practicing, John. Thank you, dude. Exactly. Hey, Gideon. I don't think you were here yesterday. I played Ondacy for the first time in full yesterday, and I know that this was your favorite song, right? Dude, I hope you enjoy. All right, Ondacy for the second time on stream. I think it's Ondacy. Might be Andacy. I mean, it's a different style of content. It's not what I watch, Mr. Beast, you know, and that's what's beautiful about YouTube. We can have completely different creators here, and it's cool, you know, but like, if you want Mr. Beast out of my channel, I don't know, man, no offense, but like, that's not gonna happen for my channel, you know, which is fine. I think that I'm a little closer to Ludwig, like streamers. Like, I'd be okay with being the Ludwig of classical guitar, but not Mr. Beast, dude. It's the opposite. Highly produced, highly prepared, edited. I love unedited, raw, authentic, live. You know, if I can't do this live, it doesn't count. To me, like, that's my game. That's my league and like rule set. That's like my category that I'm going for. If I can't do it live, it doesn't count, and it's a waste of time for me. Because I want to be a really good math teacher or a really good office worker. like somebody who's like fun to be around in meetings, in business meetings, or like in a classroom. You can't edit your like math lecture. All right, let's do this. I knew that was gonna happen. I was like, dude, I think I'm gonna get through it. Ah, what a perfect timing too. Perfect timing. Oh my god. Okay. So pretty rough at the end there. As I said, I didn't really practice that part slow or practice it, for real at the end there. But the bass really makes this for me. It's a gorgeous piece, man. It's growing on me so much. Like, I've always liked it, but like I'm really enjoying it. It's a nice piece. All right. Well, it's coming along. It's much better than before. I can play through the whole thing. So hell yeah. Feedback is a gift, as always, everybody. It's something that's unique, I think, about my channel. Like, please criticize. Like, go for it. Like, go for it in the comments. Like, dude, I don't even care if it's rude. Like, the best is if criticism is kind while also being direct and like constructive. You can be kind while being direct and constructive, but I actually personally don't care. If you feel like saying it sucks, tell me it sucks, as long as you tell me what to specifically improve, right? Like, so at the end, definitely just timing rhythm. I think the balance in the opening, like I was playing it, I forgot Chris's advice that I was playing the opening kind of riff at the same volume level and the same intensity as like when the real melody comes in here. There, I'm holding an Apple Pencil, so it's kind of hard. Yeah, FTCG, if you want to give me some recommendations on like old Mr. Beast, dude, I'm all ears. Like, I enjoy, I really enjoy YouTube. I enjoy the format. I enjoy, I have massive respect to everybody who's a creator on this freaking platform. So, number 6, we already did that. That's Etude 1. I could repeat. Number 2, Fantasia 10. Dude, this deck of cards is giving me the worst. I'm gonna do this one. Okay. In true, authentic form, let's do this. This is a mistake. I haven't practiced this one yet in months. I used to be able to play this one from memory. I need to practice this one before, like a real practice session. Multiple real practice sessions before this concert coming up. Let's try it. This is a mistake. But, hey, this is how you know I'm not ChatGPT, everybody. And that I actually don't give a shit, dude. I actually, truly don't give a shit. I'm a hobbyist. I'm proud of where I am. I feel like I'm doing a victory lap. I don't need to impress anybody. Gorgeous. But I'm impressing Gideon, and that's all that matters, dude. It's my message to you all that you can play your music for people way earlier than most people do. Like, way earlier. Like, I feel like if you're picking up guitar as a hobby, if your goal is to someday start performing, you should be performing for people in year 1. Like, dude, in year 1, you should be starting to perform. The tempo is at the end faster than the beginning. I rewatched it to double check. I totally believe that, dude. Thank you. Honestly, that really helps. JC Practices donates 100K to No Name Streamer. Bro, it should be the other way around. I'm unemployed. I'm making I'm making $80 a month off of this channel. Like, dude, that does not even cover the internet to get this thing running, Like, no. Dude, you all should be donating 100K to me, bro. Just joking, 1,000 true fans, all that, blah, blah, blah. That's what I'm going for. As a hobbyist, how important is quality if it means limiting the amount you learn as well as how much you enjoy it? I care about quality very deeply, and I do want to play these pieces eventually at the highest quality level. I like personally to limit the amount of material I'm working on and learning so that I can try to strive for higher quality levels. So don't get me wrong, I'm not going to play Odyssey like that in 2.5 weeks. It's going to be better than that. And I care about, making these pieces better. And that's partly why for this season, this is the only new piece in my repertoire. This one is new. Everything else is a piece that I'm relearning. Asturias and Chopin I haven't played in years, but I'm relearning them. Like, I know that I could pick them up again, just dust them off, practice them, try to get them to a better level. And everything else I've played in concerts except for Etude 1. I've never done Etude 1 in a concert, but I've played it a lot, and I used to have it memorized, so I felt confident that I could get that one going well enough. All right, so this deck of cards is evil, and it's giving me all the worst random numbers right now, but let's see how it goes. Yeah, dude, I spend most of my time on technique, if I'm going to be honest with you. Like, you can see right here. I mean, more or less. Like, I haven't been tracking it, dude. I know scales. I've been practicing every day. I know that there was at least one day. I'm manufacturing these data points right now because, who cares? We don't need to be exact about it. But over the last week, March 23rd to today, March 31st, I've hit scales almost every day. Almost every day. What is your message to fellow hobbyists, parentheses, adult students? Exactly. Adult students primarily are who I'm targeting, to get more of a mindset of yours. That's a deep question. I will try to answer that, but I'll have to think on that. That's a great question. Thank you for asking. Okay, let's try Fantasia 10. And let's see exactly how much have I forgotten this piece. This is the first time I've tried playing it in months. Lucky I don't have that problem. Hell yeah, Diaz. Only thing, Diaz, your problem is what I was saying 5 minutes ago. I think people in year one, you should start playing for people. Play the simplest thing you have to. Play like a scale. But get performance experience. Performance experience is a different skill tree, I think. Performance experience is a different skill tree than the difficulty of your pieces. And somebody can start busking in year one, I believe that. That's okay, that's a little extreme, but somebody could try to go busking and play as well as they can, and start getting those practice reps in of who gives a shit? Nobody cares. If anything, people are always supportive. People always are supportive. They're dude, good for you. I used to play an instrument in high school to get into Harvard, and then I promptly dropped it, and I've never played again. Good for you as an adult for picking up a deep hobby. So, those are my authentic live hot takes. Hot or not, I don't know. I forgot it so much. Okay, I thought I had it, but I thought I had it. I can't get it right now, man. All right, I'll find my sheet music for this and practice it later. But what about from this point? Dude, it's been so long. Okay. I don't care. All right. We got to work on this one. I'm going to keep that one circled like that, and we will practice it and do a dedicated stream tomorrow. Yeah, recording is the next best after performing. That's why I started streaming, dude. That's why I started streaming in the pandemic. Like, my teacher was like, dude, you got to start performing for people. You have to if you want to get better. And I was like, okay, fine. And I started going to parks a couple of times, and playing for people and practicing the Chaconne scales in a park. And then the pandemic happened. And I was in California, and California had very strict lockdown procedures and everything. And dude, I didn't want to get COVID, so I stayed inside. But I was like, damn it, I really wanted to start performing for people. So I started recording myself and posting YouTube videos, and nobody watched them. So then I started showing up on Twitch, and I found a community, and I found this format of live streaming that I had never seen before. Um, and because, like, I don't play video games, so I don't watch video game streamers or anything. Uh, so I found this format of live streaming, and I was like, yo, I could practice and get tips from people and be able to nerd out and talk about music while I'm practicing. That's so freaking sick. Like, of course I'm going to do that. Um, okay, let me read what you just said. I don't know if that is really hot, but good take. Thank you. I agree. I don't think that's a hot take, but I think it needs to be said more. Like, hot take's not correct. It's a good take, but it's not common, right? Like, I don't know if I've heard enough people saying that. I don't think I've heard that many people say that. Rusty Shackleford said, "Play Soar." Why did you suggest that, dude? Soar is so boring, dude. It's so boring. I want to play Giuliani more than Soar personally. It's irrational. Soar is objectively great and beautiful. It's just I've never picked a Soar piece whenever I get the chance. Um, can you sing the bass line? Nah, kind of, but I couldn't figure it out just now. It used to be with it, but then they changed what it was. What I'm with isn't it, and what's it seems weird and scary. It'll happen to you. Thank you for your input, Garrigon. Thank you. I don't know. Dude, I don't know what you're referring to. I'm kidding about last part, but first part is true. It is very big in Suzuki teaching to just perform as early as you can. Yeah, yeah, I've never done Suzuki, but I've noticed that. Like, I've seen some Suzuki students performing at local events. You know what I mean, right? Like, and I'm just like, dude, I wish I did that. I did like a couple of dinner parties and things early on, but it's not like I made that a recurring thing. And it wasn't a great experience because, like, I fumbled it, in front of my friends who I actually care about their opinions. So it wasn't the greatest experience, the most encouraging experience. I mean, it went okay, and I enjoyed the practice rep. And the RCM, what I like about the RCM is that it does force you, if you take the real tests, it forces you to prepare performing, because you have to perform a little concert, and you have to perform technique in front of a jury. I mean, just one person, but said something about COVID-19. Maybe it was blocked. I think it was blocked. Yeah. You were probably talking about lockdowns or something. I didn't know YouTube blocks COVID messages. Maybe that's why they deplatformed me. Bro, last month was awful in stream growth. Last month was bad. It was very discouraging. My trend for 5 years, it's been a beautiful 99.5, 99.7% fit to 8% per month. Last month was 1.9. Dude, 1.9. Month before that was like 3. Month before that was 4. Like, for the last 5 months, like, something that was consistent for 5 years has just consistently turned off. And it's just like, damn it. This month, today's March 31st, this month is ending at 0.9, bro. 0.9. So it's like, god damn it, dude. Anyways, don't want to cry about that too much because who gives a shit? This is my hobby. Who cares? Also, big thing with Suzuki is even a 4-year-old might learn to walk on stage, bow, and walk off. That's amazing. That is really amazing, I think. I did not have that experience growing up. I could see it being really good for character development, speaking of character. Like, I could see that being great for teaching a kid confidence and like resiliency and like learning how to appreciate craftsmanship. You know what I mean? Dude, like it might be the platform is crowded, but I don't think that's the case on YouTube. YouTube is blue ocean, I think. YouTube is like there's nowhere near as many streams, especially in like classical guitar and stuff, and I've been ahead of the curve quite a bit on knowing that YouTube was going to get better. You know what I mean? Like, why is that a B flat? What the fuck? This is the... Oh, okay, I have a capo on. Yeah. Anyways, Fantasia 10 needs work, obviously. That's exactly what I expected. Where are we? And like the thing is that when YouTube shows my shit in the shorts feed, it does well. People ask for Metallica, I played them Brower 6, and they go, holy crap, that was beautiful. And then they give me money. like that's what it was like. All these names are from more than 5 months ago. I was consistently making money. Like tipping, like busking, every single stream. Like I've been busking digitally, and then overnight, YouTube stopped showing my stream in the shorts feed, and now I'm not making money. So, and if I ask my employer why, they won't tell me. So it's a freaking grift. What I said about the COVID thing was I got it once and was sick for one day and did all my lessons online and was better by the next day. It was not a big sickness. I've been sick for 6 weeks just now. Like, dude, you can go back and watch some of my VODs. It was rough, dude. I was sick for 6 weeks just now. The first time I got it was horrible. And I almost had to go to the hospital. Like, we tested like oxygen level and stuff like that. So that was the scary thing about COVID back then, dude. It was just like, you don't know. Like, you roll dice and it might kill you, or it might just be like nothing. Like, you're just like a little fatigued, right? Or completely asymptomatic. Yeah. And we won't know, who knows why, but it just totally is different for different people. And, not like diminishing your experience or the understandable take back then that like the economic impacts of lockdowns were worse than the medical care, or diminishing the alternative of like, dude, who cares about the economy? People are dying, and like we don't want this to be an endemic disease. Like, dude, bad times. Other than Twitch. Music on Twitch was like a festival, like a music festival every single day. And there's so many musicians on there because we couldn't play in public. Like, it was a magical little time that it's probably never going to happen again. Like, never. And the psychological impact of, like, isolation. Dude, I mean, I was lucky. Like, I was deeply in love with my girlfriend, now wife, at the time. And, like, dude, I could only imagine, like, when I was single, if, like, COVID had happened when I was single, that would have been hell on earth, dude. As well as, like, similarly, just loneliness, like, people who are in older age and, like, don't have people in their life in different ways, like, Twitch was all about finding community and like finding people I could talk about guitar with every day. It was kind of a really cool time in some ways, amongst all the horribleness. Anyways, Sorry for yapping too much. Number five. What's number five? One, two, three, four, five. Let's do Chopin. Thank you. This is going to start getting a little more confident here. So now we got Chopin. I changed my mind. Let's just move this circle. I'm going to remember to practice Fantasia 10. I don't need to keep that up. As a hermit, COVID had no effect on my daily life. That was the other thing, dude. Like, I understand, like, there are introverts who, like, don't like people and, like, were happy to be, like, working from home. I like people. I love going to the office and playing board games with people over lunch. But, like, some of my coworkers were just like, hell yes. Like, I can stay home and I don't have to do an hour-long commute to get into the office. And I can... Is that feedback or is someone cleaning their carpet? I don't know. It might have been, like, moving my mouse like this and stuff. I was also an essential worker, so that didn't change anything. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you know, like... We are social creatures. Like, I really believe that. So, for all the negatives and, like, all the pain of being an essential worker that I can only imagine, like, I personally don't really like work from home. I like people. I like working with people in person. Or at least socializing with people online. Like, working in a tech company, working at Lyft and then Google at that time, like, every single business meeting went from, like, hey, how was your weekend? Like, oh my God, I played this latest board game. Like, you're going to love it. We should try it sometime. Whatever. Like, you would know your coworkers on a personal level and you could talk about music and art and, like, smart people things or whatever. Toward everything being online, on meetings, every single conversation is about work and typically trying to get something from somebody else. Or, like, negotiating priorities amongst teams or whatever. Like, dude, it was not fun, I feel. Chopin, anyways. This is a guitar string. Here's an interesting observation I always think about. What's that? What's that, dude? Heck yeah. Aw, I have the loon. I have the loon with me. Hi, baby. Hey. Sometimes during the concerts, she's like really up in the camera and being hilarious. And then other times, there's like, she's just chilling and sleeping. Yeah, dude, I remember that. Like back in back in 2020 or so, there was that like sort of, I don't know, was it fake from the beginning? I don't know. I mean, obviously they're like, you know, business friends now. They're like hey, like, they've got like a business relationship. They're like friends or like just co-creators on YouTube. They you know what I mean, right? Like they collab. They collab all the time now. But back then, like for a moment, it did seem like there was an actual beef between them at the very beginning. And it was awesome. I loved that drama. Absolutely. Yeah, you always think about that. I miss old Two Set, dude. Like I miss old Two Set. I was at that time trying to broaden my understanding of classical music outside of guitar because that's always been just kind of like a weak point for me. Like I only know classical guitar deeply. Like I didn't do orchestra in high school. I never really listened to classical music, so I couldn't tell you what like Schubert is like. I think he plays piano, but I could be wrong about that. Like I don't know, dude. I don't have a clue, and I'm not ashamed about that. Like I'm into classical guitar, and I know what I like that I've heard, and I've tried to broaden my horizons. But back then, Two Set violin were helping expose me to the violin and classical music more broadly. So yeah, big fan. I miss the old Two Set very much. But, they change and whatnot, understandably. Like, dude, they're living the dream now. They're touring and everything, right? All of the classical musicians did not like Two Set, but they loved Davy 504. Really? I've never seen that. Like, classical musicians like Davy 504, but not Two Set. It's because I think that we all, like... Dude, I don't consume that much guitar content on YouTube. Like, dude, I live and breathe classical guitar so much of my life, so much of the day, that, like, when I'm watching YouTube, I want to watch, like, other stuff. Other stuff. And many bass players do not like Davy, but they enjoy Two Set. Why is that? It's switched. No, dude, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that we all... Like, how much classical guitar content do you consume? I mean, obviously me and Sore Hands, but overall, is your feed primarily classical guitar, or is it primarily Mark Rober and Mr. Beast, dude? Like, think about it. Like, really. I don't watch Mr. Rober. I don't watch Mr. Rober or Mr. Beast, but... my feed is filled with stuff that's closer to Mr. Rober and Mr. Beast than classical guitar, for the most part. Other than, like, people who are in this community and, like, some Sore Hands and stuff like that. But alright, well, we did some Chopin. There we go. Not terrible, but not good enough yet. We will improve this one over the next few days as we prepare for this concert coming out. I did hit Fantasia 10. I'm running out of time because I was going to stream math, but we'll see. 10, 2. Already did Fantasia 10. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Already did Chopin. 3. Regandi 1. Let's do it. I wanted to get Regandi 1 memorized for this concert, and I think I could still do it, but it's going to be gonna be tight. Like my daily resource points, my daily time investment into guitar is dropping fast, very fast. So we'll see. I do think I'll be able to do this concert well, but we'll see. Wait, I think that there's. Did I? Is that right? Yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, hell yeah. Bro, Leroy, don't even tell me. Let's rant about that with each other for a second, dude, because I'm having one of those days too, man. I am very much having one of those days. I hope you get through it, dude. I hope you pull through because it's hard sometimes, to keep going on this grind of music. Dude, I am having one of those days very much. But on the other hand, I'm very happy, and proud, and I'm not quitting at any point here, but it's hard. I mean, it's a grind. It's a hard path, like to try to make it in any form, in any way in music, dude. It's a hard path. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. We already did On to C. Jack, Queen, King, Jack, 4. 1, 2, 3. I haven't done Regandi 5 today. Let's do it. Regandi 5. I submitted an audition tape, and I couldn't get through it with no mistakes. I only had enough time, and I just said, F it. Yeah, dude. If I had to, audition for real things that cared about, things that count, any kind of competition or audition where they're counting mistakes, I wouldn't be doing this anymore. I'd be like, no, fuck this. I'm gonna, play board games or something, dude. I used to be such a deep, passionate board gamer kind of person. I don't know. Guitar has just devoured all of my hobbies. And every now and then I'm like, what? Should I continue or should I pick up tennis and board games and something else? I love it though. I still love it, but dude, I don't know. Regandi 5. pushing through it. I'm glad I can watch at this moment, man. Dude, likewise. I'm glad that you're here. Leroy Gons, relax. Why are you... What are you all talking... Dude, what do you mean, relax? I think that that's just an English as a second language issue here. I think you mean that in a positive way, right, Nicholas? Dude, Webster, never worry. Dude, never apologize for being late. I don't expect any of you ever to show up to this, dude. Thanks for making it though. I'm glad you made it. All right. I got these backwards. Recently I practiced... No, did I practice 5? And not practice 1? Yeah, no, this is correct. I practiced 5 recently on stream, but not 1. Okay, so I ran through 5 just now. We've got Asturias and Cello Prelude, so I'm looking for cards 7 and 1. 9, King, Joker. Does Joker count as 1? King, 7. 7, we got Asturias. I'm drawing cards, y'all. Aleatoric concert right now. Where's my Asturias? I don't have it memorized, but I'm very close. Dude, yeah. If you ever want to chat on Zoom about something like this, Leroy, or better yet, in the Discord, we could chat about it in the Discord, maybe later today, because I can't stream. I have to stop at 1 today. Yeah, we're not going to get to the math stream today. Bummer. Oh well. I could do a short math stream for once. Asturias. All right, so those last chords, I really hesitated because the last few recordings I've done of Asturias, I've been hitting the wrong chords at the very end. So I was like, okay, it's going to be better to have a hesitation than the wrong notes. So, hell yeah, we did it. All right, so I played through Asturias today. All right, last piece for today. Thank you everybody for hanging out during my practice concert. If anybody wants to help me out, I mean, any kind of support is always so appreciated, but never expected. You know, this is completely pay what you want. Channel members, you know, super chats, all of that I'm so grateful for, but absolutely never expected. Another way that y'all could help me out and support me, like and subscribe and all the usual things, but in particular, if anybody wanted to leave a comment on the stream after the fact, any comments, they really help start a discussion and let people who click on the VOD know that there were people who actually enjoyed this super niche thing, you know? Like, even if it's just like a thanks, dude, or something simple like that. it helps people who click, look at the video, see its practice stream for 5 seconds, and then click away. I think that it would help them stick around for 20 seconds, and then maybe they can check it out and see, if it's maybe they want to hit subscribe and catch the next one live or something. In particular, specifically, if anybody wanted to drop timestamps for each of the pieces that I play, like, it doesn't take that long, but it's still very tedious for me to do it, especially if I want to cross over to practice math, like, immediately after this stream. If anybody want to scrub through and just look for the points when I started playing the guitar and drop the timestamps of those, that helps so much just for getting those chapter markers. Like, I can just copy that into the description, and then boom, there's chapter markers, and somebody who watches the VOD after the fact can just jump right to the music, because that's probably what they're interested in. But absolutely no pressure, never expected. Thank you all just for being here, and let's finish this with the cello prelude. Thanks, y'all. I don't know where my tuner went, so I've been using my... Oh, there it is. I see it now. All right, thanks for watching. Right after this, we will cross over and practice some mathematics. How geeky is that? I've been practicing linear algebra. I'm almost done with the book, sort of. I'm almost to the last chapter of the book. I'm going to keep looping through the book again and again and again until we solve every exercise, in theory. Very geeky. I know, dude. I'm the geekiest YouTuber. At least I'm the geekiest classical guitarist on YouTube. Come on. Name somebody who's a geekier classical guitarist. Dude, I'm ex-Google Apple Lyft software engineer and mathematician. Like, dude, come on. And I'm just, like, nerding out about, like, hardcore practice techniques and stuff like that, So, let's do this. Last song. This deck of cards was evil to me today. Like, all the pieces I wanted to play first are now last. So, oh well. Cello prelude. Here we go. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Right after this, we're going to practice math. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I had a blast today. Thank you. Thank you for cheering me up. I was in a pretty sour mood earlier. All right, let's do this. So, mathematics, as I said, yes, Diaz. People are going to have nightmares. JC Masterclass thinking it's classical guitar, but you bring out a linear algebra book. Yeah, dude. But trust me, try it. Just try it. Just once. Just take one little hit of math, dude. Just a little bit of math. It won't hurt you. It's going to be fun. You're going to enjoy it. So we're going to cross over. We're going to stream on a different channel. Don't worry. JC Practices Math, brand new channel. If the redirect doesn't work, because YouTube is so gosh dang buggy all the time, here is the link. JC Practices Math. Hope to see you there if you want to join. Thank you for watching. Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye.